shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check out three. Jam. Check 26. Check 24.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry. SOS. Get wide. Go. It comes to me, it's me.
Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. A big play there. 61 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Right, 280. Check back, hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Right, 280. Hey, come on now. Throw it. Zebra. He's coming, double up. Right.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And the NFC punt team out there now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Jackson looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We got these.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Pollard going to try the right side. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On
3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Pollard, nifty footwork at the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On 1st down, it's Scott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown! A big play there. 56 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Kill. Four down. Alert.
Now Wilson. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson now. Flush to his right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check right 54. Right 54. Got one. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He completes it to Tate. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The kick by McManus is good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach?
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's what we want right there, CD. It's the Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check safety, check safety. One pass, one pass. Good job right there, good job right there. Good shot.
Wilson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to fourth down as well. And the NFC punt team out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check three, check three.
To throw again, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go, 14. Don't get nervous. Go.
They run the counter. Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 9, check 52.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
26 Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Ooh, the juke. On the move to his left. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On third down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Open man has got it. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On first down, it's Scott. And he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. That's mine. My game.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. And an AFC first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Aaron Donald forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check. Tight dog. Check. Switch. Ringo.
Jackson. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He would never...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
But I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Todd Gurley. 49 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Shit, hold on.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day. Mike. Go. Get this worm on.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Undercross. He's checking. Crash. He's coming. We got double up.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range.
Check 15. Check. Watch out.
On second down now, it's Jones. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Five down. Stand up there. Check.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Now a handoff looking right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Ty Montgomery in the final minute. And the AFC has taken the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's Pollard. And he's into the clear. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he